Sakura, careful where you step. Some of these pots haven't been touched in years.
Professor, why did you bring me to an abandoned greenhouse? It smells like dirt and nostalgia?
Exactly. Nostalgia. That's the perfect word for what's happening to Japanese agriculture right now. This greenhouse was thriving 10 years ago. A professor grew New Zealand spinach up here. Now look at it.
So, we're here to talk about farming?
We're here to talk about whether farming in Japan is dying or being reborn. Let me give you a number. In 2025, agricultural bankruptcies in Japan hit an all-time high, 82 cases.
82? That doesn't sound like a lot for an entire country.
But remember, these are only legal insolvencies above 10 million yen. The real number of farms quietly shutting down is far, far larger. And the debt from those 82 cases? Nearly 37 billion yen. One single smart farming company in Okayama racked up 15 billion yen in debt before collapsing.
Wait, a smart farming company? I thought technology was supposed to save agriculture.
That's the cruel irony. They built one of the largest indoor vegetable operations in the country, attracted fund money, even turned profitable within 5 years. Then a brutal summer destroyed their yields, and the loan payments for all that shiny equipment crushed them.
So technology alone isn't the answer.
Not without the right scale. But here's the deeper crisis, Sakura. Nearly 70% of Japan's farmers are over 65 years old. Think about that. 7 out of 10.
That's like my grandparents' generation running the entire food supply.
And one research institute estimates that by 2050, the number of farm households will drop by 80%. In Kyushu alone, agricultural output could be cut in half, from over 2 trillion yen down to under 1 trillion.
Half? What happens to the farmland?
It gets abandoned. 40% of Kyushu's farmland could simply disappear because there's no one left to work it. And wages are terrible. 47% of farm workers earn less than 2 million yen a year. That's under $15,000.
No wonder young people don't want to farm.
Now add climate change. Lettuce farmers in Nagano used to grow at 800 meters elevation. Now the heat kills their crops even at that altitude. They need to go above 1,000 meters.
So the farms are literally moving up the mountains.
Some are. A company producing traditional Kyoto green onions abandoned summer growing in Kyoto entirely and relocated to highlands in Iwate Prefecture. But elderly farmers can't just pack up and move to a mountainside. They don't have the money or the physical strength.
This is pretty bleak, Professor. You said farming might be reborn. Where's the rebirth part?
Patience. Let's talk about rice first, because it reveals something fascinating about Japanese agricultural policy. Did you know that private rice imports jumped to over 90,000 tons in 2025? That's 104 times the previous year.
104 times? Why?
Because domestic rice prices got so high that importing from California, even after paying a 341 yen per kilo tariff, became cheaper. Restaurant chains started blending imported rice into their menus. The government had spent decades keeping rice prices artificially high through production controls, and it completely backfired.
That's like protecting something so hard you accidentally make it irrelevant.
Beautifully put. Now, here's where it gets interesting from a business perspective. The crisis is real, but crisis creates opportunity. Let me tell you about 3 paths that are actually working.
Finally, some hope.
First, what the Japanese call rokuji sangyoka, or sixth sector industrialization. It means a farmer doesn't just grow and sell. They grow, process, and market directly. One company in Saitama started organic sweet potato farming and turned them into dried sweet potato snacks with a JAS organic certification. Their logic? Agriculture is one field that won't disappear even when AI takes over everything else.
That's actually a smart way to think about it. AI can't grow a sweet potato.
Not yet, anyway. And in Miyazaki, another group developed roasted sweet potatoes with a sugar content of 78 degrees Brix. That's extraordinarily sweet, and they're now exporting to 11 countries. They want half their shipments going overseas.
Sweet potatoes conquering the world. I love it.
The second path is direct global access. There's a platform called Wagyu Market that connects small Japanese beef producers directly with overseas buyers. A tiny family farm that could never navigate export regulations, language barriers, or international logistics. Now they just raise their cattle as usual, and the platform handles everything else.
So the farmer's daily life doesn't change at all?
Exactly. And Japanese beef exports hit a record 10,000 tons in 2023, up 20%. The demand is real. Industry insiders are saying that farms with export channels will be the survivors.
And the third path?
Branding. Saitama Prefecture spent 20 years developing a premium strawberry variety. 20 years, Sakura. That kind of long-term thinking is rare, but when it works, you get a product that commands premium prices nationwide. It's the opposite of commodity farming, where you're trapped by market prices.
So the answer is, don't just farm. Build a brand, go global, and control your own pricing.
You're getting it. The conventional model, grow it, hand it to the cooperative, take whatever price the market gives you. That model is collapsing. Fertilizer costs rise, weather destroys crops, and you can't pass any of it on to consumers. But if you own the processing, own the brand, sell directly to the world, you escape that trap.
It sounds like farming is becoming more like a startup.
In many ways, it is. And here's the final thought. With 80% of farmers expected to retire by 2050, there will be enormous amounts of farmland available. Barriers to entry are dropping. For someone with the right strategy, premium products, export orientation, measured use of technology, this might actually be the best time in decades to enter Japanese agriculture.
So it's not a dying industry. It's an industry in metamorphosis?
I'd say so. Look around this greenhouse, Sakura. Everything up here died because no one came back to tend it. Japanese agriculture doesn't need sympathy. It needs new hands with new ideas.
Maybe someone should restart this greenhouse too.
Maybe someone just did, by having this conversation. You've been listening to Narrative Japan. Until next time, stay curious and keep listening for the whispers beneath Japan's economy.